Hey everybody, it's Blast338 coming at you with another Talking D&D with Mr. Faust. We're going to be playing some Phasmophobia and talking about one of my other favorite classes, the Fighter. These guys are great for all kinds of great stuff. But first off, let's say hello to Mr. Faust. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Faust.
Thanks for having me back, Blast. This is always a great time.
I'm having a blast with these as well. So, the Fighter class. These guys are absolutely great. They've got the hit points, they've got the tanking, they've got the attacks, they've got the heals. They got, oh man, you can go spell casting, you can do so many different things with them. And they are absolutely fantastic for utility and just dishing out damage and taking it. So, as you know, we each picked two subclasses we wanted to talk about, but let's go over the core stats to begin with. And as always, we're going to start off with hit points. Fighters are very tanky. They start out with a D10 for their hit points, so they're going to be very high. And of course, you're always adding your Constitution modifier to your hit points. And, you know, you can potentially have up to 15 hit points per level, which is pretty good. The only people that are beating that are the barbarians with their D12.
Mm-hmm.
So what are our saves? Like, what is... I'm thinking, just off the top of my head, probably strength and concentration, or constitution.
100% correct.
Ooh, look at that. Right off the top of my head there. I know Little Pooper's played definitely his share of fighters. They are probably one of the best classes for a beginner because they teach you the core of the game, combat. You know, obviously, role-playing is going to come to you no matter what class you're taking on. But when you get right down to it, Dungeons and Dragons is a fighting game. It's a combat game. And fighters, because they get so many of everything, attacks, all kinds of stuff, feats, they are your combat class. So, all right, so we got a D10 for hit points. We have Constitution, Strength for saving throws. What are our skills that we get to pick from?
Here we go. Okay, so fighters get to choose two from the skills acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, and survival. So they have an incredibly well-rounded skill list that's actually a little bit longer than some of the other classes.
Okay. That's not bad at all. I mean, there's some really good skills there. I like insight, especially... Well, again, a lot of that stuff is going to be mostly what campaign are you playing? If you're playing a heavy role play, insight, persuasion, intimidation, things like that are always going to be very fun. So being able to get proficiency. Now, I like how they get insight, which is insight. Is that intelligence?
That's wisdom.
Oh, it's wisdom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting, because your main stats with a fighter are going to be strength, constitution, possibly dexterity based on, you know, what type of fighter that you're playing. You know, what is your main battle weapon? Are you using a rapier or are you going in with a great axe? That type of stuff.
And if you do go the route of the Eldritch Knight subclass, you also need intelligence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's your spellcasting modifier. But most people are just going to pick your right down to it heavy hitters, you know, your battle masters, your pretty much what's out of the PHB. You know what I mean? It's not... What's the word I want to use here? I don't know. We picked some really good subclasses, especially the two. Well, definitely one of those that you picked. I want to hear about, because I've never actually looked at it before, and I'm very anxious to get to that. But let's continue.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah. So they got some great skills, and they're only picking 2 of those, right? So they're
only
relying...
2, unfortunately.
All right, so they're relying on their background to give them their other 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, they're no lesser, no more than anybody else, really. I mean, what they really get is those ability score increases. Because they get an ability score increase, like, it's crazy how much. What is it, like 6 times? Something like
7.
that? 7.
Mm-hmm.
While the other classes tend to... It's every 4 levels, so you get, what, 3? Or maybe 4. I always forget.
You get 4.
Alright, but even still, I mean, that's a fair amount. You know, and nice thing about the fighter is you can then bring up the stats that you need. You know, so you don't need to necessarily start out with a high dexterity. You can build that up later. You can work your way up to a higher dex, or you can take feats. That is always a good thing, to take a feat. There was some, and we'll be going over feats and stuff like that later on after we're done going over different classes, because there's just I was thinking of doing the whole, you know, let's talk about a class and then pick out a couple feats and this, that, and the other thing along with it, and we have such limited time. It's really difficult to do that. So we'll go over feats once we're done with classes, and there's a lot of really good feats that really mesh well with a variety of classes. So, okay, we got good skills. We have lots of upgrades. We can do feats. We can do all kinds of fun stuff. What's next? What are we... Oh, we got things like second wind, if I remember correctly.
We do have second wind.
You heal yourself for 1d10 plus your constitution modifier, is it?
Fighter level.
Oh, fighter level. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that at first level too, right?
Correct.
So a d10 plus 1, you know, that's a hit or two, depending upon what you're fighting. It's enough to bring you, you know, it's enough to keep you from falling over, maybe. That's always a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Alright, well that brings us to third level.
Yeah.
Or second level, excuse me. And at second level, fighters get something that a lot of other classes multi-class into fighter for. It's called Action Surge.
Action Surge. Ha ha ha.
And at the
Awesome.
core of it, on your turn, you can take one additional action. So, let's say you're a warlock. You have Eldritch Blast, which is 4 attacks. You could do that twice in the same turn.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. It's a machine gun.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. I never thought about combining that with a... Yeah. Combining a warlock with a... Well, you know what? You take a, whatchamacallit? Oh, what's the subclass on that? I just played one.
Hexblade?
Hexblade, yeah. Hexblade, match that with Fighter. Ooh. Oh. Especially with the Hexblade curse. I mean, I can't even... The amount of damage that you would do is absolutely astronomical.
Mm-hmm. I like that pairing a lot.
That is... Well,
because what you could also do is, for an invocation, take Eldritch Smite.
Ooh. Eldritch Smite is, I think, a little bit overpowered.
You think so?
For me to say that, yeah, I think it's a ton of damage. And especially if you're combining that with... If you're combining that with another spellcasting group, you know what I mean? I combined that with a bard. And when you're at higher levels, you know, you're knocking away those high-level spell slots, but you're doing so much damage. And
it's unbelievable how much you do.
It is... Yeah, it's a lot. You do a ton of damage. But then again, I mean, it is a, 7th level ability or something like that, so you're going to have... Actually, I think it's even higher than that. 14th level or something. So you're going to have some of the higher-end spells. And if you're just sticking with Warlock, I guess it's a little bit more balanced because you're using your spell slots for that.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So it's not... I guess it's not so terrible if you're just sticking with Warlock. But yeah, no, Second Wind is an awesome ability. And again, you know, especially when you're getting... And it's 17th level, you get to do it again. So you get to do it twice. Now, you can't do it on the same turn. And it only gives you additional action, not a reaction, not a bonus action. It's just a full action. But the nice thing about it, too, is you don't necessarily have to attack. You can go in, do your regular attack, action surge, and disengage.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
So, you know, you don't have to stand there and let the bad guy beat on you. So if you go up, give it all you got, and the guy stands there and laughs at you, you still have an option out of combat.
You know, I never considered it for an action like that.
We've never used it for an action like that, because usually we're dumb enough to stand our ground. Yo, CB, what's going on,
It's
man?
a really
It's
good
fine.
point.
It's fine. No worries. You're here. That's what's important. Thank you for joining. So we're just kind of getting started talking about the fighters here. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten any further than the 2nd level. But Action Surge is such a great ability. It to not talk about it would do it a disservice. All right, so second level we got that. Third level is where it gets interesting, where we start getting our subclasses, and now we're picking a fighting style at first level, right?
Yes.
All right, and they get some pretty decent. They get some really nice fighting styles. You know, defensive has always been a fan of mine. If you're wearing heavy armor, you get an additional +1 to your AC. Duelist, you know, dual wielding, you're adding your strength bonus to your second attack, which you normally wouldn't be able to do. So you're doing more damage with that second attack. There's some really great abilities there, and honestly, again, it's going to depend on what campaign you're running is what's going to work best for your character. So, all right, subclasses. You picked out some one of my favorites, and Little Poopers played one of these once, and it was a lot of fun for him. He really enjoyed it.
So, should we get started?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Don't mind me. I'm being derpy.
Dude, it's fine. So we got the Psychic Warrior. Prior to this, I didn't know too much about this subclass. My goal lately has been to find things that I'm not familiar with, just so I can expand my knowledge a little bit. So this is one of those for me, so we'll get to enjoy it together. Awakening to the psionic power within themselves, a psychic warrior is a fighter who augments their physical might with physically infused weapon strikes, telekinetic lashes, and barriers of mental force. As a psychic warrior, you might have honed your psionic abilities through your own disciplined practice, unlocked it under the tutelage of a master, or developed it at an academy dedicated to wielding the mind's power as both weapon and shield.
Right. I like this class because it's their attempt to bring back the psychics back into D&D.
Which I'm really excited about. I would love for us to have a definitive psionic class, just like a wizard or a sorcerer.
Yeah, you know what would be a great idea? Once we kind of get through these classes, do we want to maybe come up with something like that?
Yeah, I think we want to do that.
We could definitely come up with something that would be absolutely awesome, especially between the two of us.
We're gonna do this. Okay, so at third level, you learn the Mage Hand cantrip.
Ooh.
You can cast it without components, and you can make the spectral hand invisible. Intelligence is your spellcasting ability for this spell.
Okay. All right, so they're kind of keeping in line with like the Rune Knight, like you said, or not Rune Knight, the oh, you know what I'm talking about, Eldritch Knight.
There we go. Yeah, it kind of falls in line with that a little bit. I like the idea of an invisible mage hand, though. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely get into some trouble with that. And Mage Hand's never a bad spell.
No, not at all. It can be useful in just about any situation.
Yes, most definitely. especially an invisible mage hand. That, you know, you can use it to pickpocket.
Power to met. What's that?
I said, you know, especially an invisible mage hand, because you can use it to pickpocket, shoplift, all kinds of like really fun stuff that, you know, D&D allows you to do that you normally can't do in real life.
Right. Very true. Okay, so also at 3rd level, you can channel psychic power to magically augment your prowess. When you finish a long rest, choose whether to augment your defenses or your strikes. The chosen benefit lasts until you finish a long rest. So, augmented defenses. When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to roll a d10 and reduce the amount of damage taken by the number rolled. When you reach 10th level in this class, the die changes to a d12.
Okay. That is a nice ability. Because you're not having to wield like a shield or whatchamacallit, any type of martial weapon or anything of that nature. You're just using your psychic die.
Right.
That's nice. That is very nice.
And you have that for 24 hours.
Oh.
So each and every time you or a creature you can see takes damage.
Okay.
Or you can choose augmented strikes. Once during each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can also deal 1d4 psychic damage to that target. When you reach 10th level in this class, the psychic damage increases to a d6.
Okay.
It's not bad, an extra d4 damage at 3rd level.
No, not at all. Definitely not going to complain. I mean, it's always nice when you're dealing extra damage.
Especially when it's a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, when you hit a creature.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to 7th level.
All
As a
right.
bonus action, you can telekinetically lash out at a creature you can see within 20 feet of you. The target must make a strength saving throw against a DC equal to 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your intelligence modifier. On a
Okay.
failed save, the target takes 2d6 force damage plus your intelligence modifier and is telekinetically moved 15 feet directly towards or away from you. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier. And you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
That ability is really great for whenever you got to push somebody off a bridge.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, had to say
Yep.
it.
Still kind of fresh with that one.
We've never done that before. We've never completely ruined encounters by using abilities such as that.
It's all in good fun.
Well, it's using things in creative ways that, you know, just, yeah, it's just using things in creative ways, that's all.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Anyway, telekinetic bulwark. At 10th level, when you take the attack action, you can forego one of your attacks to project a bastion of psionic power in a 10-foot radius around yourself. It lasts for 1 minute or until you're incapacitated. For the duration, you and your allies in that area gain the benefits of half cover and have advantage on strength saving throws. Once you use this
Okay.
feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, or until after you use your second wind. It's not bad fighting with half cover in melee combat.
No, and I forget. What does half cover give you? Is it disadvantage on attacks against you or something like that?
I believe so.
We need to start using that more. That's definitely one thing we don't really worry about too much is cover.
Mm-mm. Arrows used cover in clever ways before, though. When we did our Spelljammer campaign, she would
That's
lob
true.
grenades and creep back down into the hold.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. So we have used it. It just doesn't come up often because usually you guys charge right in.
Yeah, we usually do charge in like a bunch of idiots.
You do. It's fun, though.
It is. It's all in good fun. Alrighty. So now they get to push people. That is a fun ability. Anything else?
Yeah, a few more things.
Okay.
Agonizing strikes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Starting at 15th level, your attacks can channel psychic agony. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can also deal 2d10 psychic damage to that target and force it to make a Constitution saving throw. Unless the save succeeds, the target falls prone, and it suffers disadvantage on ability checks until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
And you can use this feature a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier.
Alrighty. Hey, Duck Bagoo, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the chat.
We have one more ability.
All
This
right.
one is called Psychic Dreadnought. At 18th level, the power of your mind suffuses your entire being, making you a near unstoppable force on the battlefield.
Okay.
Using your reaction, when you take damage, you can give yourself the following benefits for 1 minute or until you're incapacitated. At the start of each of your turns, you regain 10 hit points, your walking speed increases by 10 feet, and if you fall prone, you can stand up by spending only 5 feet of movement. Once you activate this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest.
All right.
I don't know how I feel about that. Being an 18th level ability, I mean.
All right. I'm sorry. What was that? One more time. My game got really loud and I really couldn't hear you.
Oh, no problem. So at 18th level, the power of your mind suffuses your entire being, making
Okay.
you a near unstoppable force on the battlefield. Using your reaction when you take damage, you can give yourself the following benefits for 1 minute.
Hmm.
At the start of each of your turns, you regain 10 hit points. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. And if you're prone, you can stand up by spending 5 feet of movement.
All right. So you finish I'm sorry, is that a long rest or short rest? Or is it like
You
when
can use
wake
it
up?
again once per long rest.
And you get to pick from either standing up with 5 feet of movement, increased walking speed, or, and what was the third one?
Regaining 10 hit points every turn.
For an 18? I mean, if you got all of those.
You do get all of them.
Oh, I thought you had to choose.
No.
That's not too bad.
I mean, the healing is great.
But it's only 10 hit points.
Yeah, which isn't as big a deal when you're a fighter at 18th level.
Yeah, I mean, it should be... I mean, honestly, it should probably be a D10 plus your fighter level, or a minimum a D10 plus your proficiency modifier, which at that time would be 6. So
Yeah,
you'd
that'd
have,
be a little more realistic.
yeah, I mean, 16's not too far out of the realm of kind of what we need.
The walking speed increased by 10 feet. Usually when you're in combat, you're already engaged in combat.
Right.
The 10-foot speed doesn't really do much for you as a fighter because you're not running away. You're not skirmishing. You're there. You're up against the wall.
Right. Yeah, it... Well, walking speed in general, I mean, that'll get you into combat. That will get you out of combat. But that's pretty much about it. I mean, there's nothing really... dependent on walking speed, you know what I mean? I guess unless you're using like things like jump or that type of stuff, I guess that would affect it. But because you can jump, what is it, twice your, or has something to do with your walking speed.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Damn, I'm not sure.
All right, but even still, I mean, it's 10 feet. It's 10 points of healing. That's not bad. I can definitely...
It's not terrible.
I could see... Does it need tweak, though? I guess that's really the question. You know... Is it low enough? I mean, for an 18th level ability, I kind of see what you're saying. It's... Now, here's the thing, though. Are you regaining those hit points whether you're down or not?
It doesn't clarify, so I'm going to err on the side of... Yes, you will heal 10 hit points at the start of every turn.
So you get knocked down, you're back up with 10 hit points. That's not a bad thing.
Never mind, get knocked down twice, get knocked down 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. You're back in the fight.
Exactly. Yeah, unless they kill you outright, you're back in the fight. It's a pretty strong ability if you ask me. Because usually it'll say, unless you're at 0 hit points, unless you're restrained, unless, you know, this, that, or the other thing. You know.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it does not clarify, so it could bring you up every turn.
Yeah, that's
That is an 18th level ability.
that especially for a fighter. And that's the beginning of the turn, right?
Yeah, at the start of the turn.
Yeah, so you're getting up with those 10 hit points. You're doing your attack then. Because you still get your action.
Exactly.
That's... If that's the way it's going to... I mean, if that's the way it rolls, then yeah, that's definitely... probably one of the strongest abilities in the game, honestly.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Do you know how badly this ability would piss me off as a DM?
Yeah. I could definitely understand the frustration. Yeah, I could definitely see how that would cause a little bit of frustration. Because you just... what you'd have to put us up against as a group to overcome something like that would be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, anything else, or is that pretty much top it off?
That tops it off.
Okay. So that's... we get that for a subclass, which is extremely strong. I'm going to have to try that subclass at some point. That's the Psy
Yeah,
Warrior,
I think it'd be
right?
cool if someone did. Psychic Warrior.
I know they have an ability where they get to, like, throw their weapon or something of that nature. You did talk about that, right?
No, that's the Psy Warrior.
Oh, okay.
This is the Psychic Warrior.
Ah, my apologies, because
Welcome
the
back.
one
Yeah,
where you
it messed
throw
me
your
up, too.
weapon,
For you.
yeah, is the one that Little Pooper played.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, here I just got good timing. I just got back to the warehouse. Okay, so is that everything for your subclass?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. I chose one. I like this one. Somebody in one of our other campaigns played this. This is somebody in Kevin's campaign played this. It's the Rune Knight. So Rune Knights enhance their martial prowess using the supernatural power of runes, an ancient practice that originated with giants. Rune cutters can be found among any family of giants, and you likely learned your methods first or second hand from such mystical artisans. Whether you found the giant's work carved into a hill or cave, learned of the runes from a sage, or met the giant in person, you study the giant's craft and learn how they apply magic runes to empower your equipment. So you get a bonus proficiency. Now, obviously, this is 3rd level. You gain proficiency with smith's tools, and you learn to speak, read, and write giant.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, again, it's especially... this really works well in... I'm trying to think what that campaign is. That's giants.
Oh,
I know you've talked about it before, and I can't remember the name of anything. But
I think it's Cloud King's Thunder.
something of that nature, yeah. And that's basically you're just fighting giants the whole time. So that would really kind of come in handy.
Oh yeah, it would.
At 3rd level as well, you get Rune Carver. You can use magic runes to enhance your gear. You learn 2 runes of your choice from among the runes described below, and each time you gain level through this class, you can replace one rune you know with a different one from this feature. When you reach certain levels in this class, you learn additional runes, and there's a table here. So at 3rd level, you get 2 runes. At 7th level, you get 3. 10th level, 4. 15th level, 5. So whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch a number of objects equal to the number of runes you know. And you inscribe a different rune into each of the objects. To be eligible, an object must be a weapon, a suit of armor, a shield, a piece of jewelry, or something else you can wear or hold in a hand. Your rune remains on an object until you finish a long rest, and an object can bear only one of your runes at a time. The following runes are available to you when you learn rune. If a rune has a level requirement, if it requires a saving throw, it's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your constitution modifier. So.
Okay, I like that.
Cloud rune. This rune emulates the deceptive magic used by some cloud giants. While wearing or carrying an object inscribed with this rune, you have advantage on dexterity, sleight of hand, and charisma deception checks. Okay. In addition, when you or a creature you can see within 30 feet is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to invoke the rune and choose a different creature within 30 feet of you, other than the attacker. The chosen creature becomes the target of the attack using the same roll. This magic can transfer the attack's effects regardless of the attack's range. Once you invoke this rune, you can't do so until you finish a short or long rest. Okay, so that's what he was using. That is incredible. So basically what happens is somebody shoots an arrow at you, and they're like 120 feet out, but they hit your partner who's 25 feet away from you. Well, guess what? I'm going to pick the guy he's fighting instead of my partner. So that rune changes the target of the attack. 2 guys are, you get 2 guys that are bunched up on one person. This allows, let's say you're fighting 2 people. You can invoke this rune and change the one guy's attack to hit his partner. As long as they're within 30 feet of you, that attack will hit them.
Right, that's pretty impressive.
What's impressive about this is there's no save to it.
Nope.
It's an automatic thing. Now, they balanced it by saying, look, you can only do this once per short rest. Or long rest. So, at least you can't do it every round.
Right.
Alright, so, and it's only one attack, too. So if you have something that has multiple attacks, you're only deflecting the one. But then again, if, you're up against a big bad, he's low on hit points, and somebody comes in, one of his minions decides to shoot off a spell or an arrow or a fight or something, you're deflecting that damage onto the big bad. So his minion could theoretically kill him. And the nice thing is, too, is from the way it's reading here, it doesn't matter what range. Like if I'm 20 feet from Little Pooper and he gets hit with a sword attack, I can take the damage that he just took, erase it from him, and give it to the guy that I'm fighting. Now, you can't target the person who made the attack, but that's pretty powerful. I like that. Alright, Fire Rune. This rune's magic channels the masterful craftsmanship of the great smiths. While wearing or carrying an object inscribed with this rune, your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses your proficiency with a tool. In addition, when you hit a creature with an object or with an attack using a weapon, you can invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles. The target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage and must succeed on a strength saving throw, or he is restrained for 1 minute. While restrained by the shackles, the target takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, banishing the shackles on a success. Once you invoke this rune, you can't do so until you finish a long or short rest. There you go, man. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
And 2d6 for every round they're restrained.
Yep. I mean, it's a strength saving throw. But, 8 and, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you get a DC 19. That could be pretty hard to kick.
That'd be hard.
And even starting out, level 3, you're still a 2, so 8, 9, 10, you could theoretically have a 15 for DC, which, if you're fighting lower end stuff, which doesn't have a lot of bonuses to strength, Cobalt's not a very strong thing. Poor little thing probably get killed with 2d6 fire. Anyways, one of the other... There's a bunch of runes here. There's Frost Rune. The rune's magic invokes the might of those who survive in the wintry wilderness, such as frost giants. While wearing or carrying an object inscribed with this rune, you have advantage on wisdom, animal handling checks, and charisma intimidation checks. In addition, you can invoke the rune as a bonus action to increase your sturdiness. For 10 minutes, you gain +2 bonus to all ability checks and saving throws that use strength or constitution. And again, once you invoke this, you can't do this for a short or long rest. Alright, that's not too bad. It's not as strong as the other two, but...
No, I'm not as impressed by this one.
By the time you get 5 runes, there's what? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only really 6 here to pick from, so... Alright, Stone Rune. The rune's magic channels the... I have no idea what that word is. Associated with stone giants. While wearing or carrying an object inscribed with the rune, you have an advantage on wisdom insight checks, and you have a dark vision out to a range of 120 feet. In addition, when a creature you can see ends its turn within 30 feet of you, you can use your reaction to invoke the rune and force the creature to make a wisdom saving throw. Unless the save succeeds, the creature is charmed by you for 1 minute. While charmed in this way, the creature has a speed of 0 and is incapacitated, descending into a dreamy stupor. The creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on the success. Once you invoke this rune, you can't do so for a long or short rest. Okay, this is kind of like a hold person for fighters. Alright, not bad. Hill Rune, 7th level or higher. The rune's magic bestows resilience reminiscent of the hill giants. While wearing or carrying an object that bears this rune, you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and you have a resistance against poison damage. In addition, you can invoke the rune as a bonus action, gaining resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage for 1 minute. Once you invoke this rune, you can't do so for a long or short rest.
Wow.
Okay. One thing they left out was, unless that's a magical weapon. So even with a magical weapon, you're resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Are the fighters out barbarian the barbarian?
Starting to look that way with this class, isn't it?
Storm Rune, 7th level or higher. Using this rune, you can glimpse the future like a storm giant seer. While wearing or carrying an object inscribed with this rune, you have advantage on intelligence, arcana checks, and you can't be surprised as long as you aren't incapacitated. In addition, you can invoke the rune as a bonus action to enter...
Prophetic.
I'm sorry?
Prophetic.
Prophetic. I've never heard that word before.
It's all good.
State for 1 minute or until you're incapacitated. Until the state ends, when you or another creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll or a saving throw, an ability check, you can use your reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage. Once you invoke this rune... Oh, wow.
This is like a supercharged silvery barbs.
You have unlimited silvery barbs for 1 minute within 60 feet of you.
Yep. But you can also use it to bolster your allies or yourself.
Correct. Yes, I mean, wow. Now, they did limit it to creature. So if you're being attacked by a magical ballista or something, you're not going to be able to use this. But anytime the bad guy goes to make an attack, you have disadvantage. Oh, you want to make a spell save versus the wizard's banishment spell. Roll that with disadvantage. You try to attack my ally with a spell, well, they're going to roll their save with advantage. I like this. Now, question is, why would anybody choose Frost Rune? Alrighty, so let's see here. Also at 3rd level, this is a Rune Knight feature, Giant's Might. You have learned how to imbue yourself with the might of giants. As a bonus action, you magically gain the following benefits, which last for 1 minute. Oh, Duck McGoo says, I love listening to this while I'm playing my game. Thank you for doing this. Both of y'all. We enjoy it, man. We love 5th edition. We love D&D. And, you know, it honestly brings me a lot of joy to know that you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, same for me.
You know, anytime we can spread the word of the Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, then.
All right, so
where are we at?
You've imbued yourself with the might of the giants. As a bonus action, you magically gain the following benefits, which lasts for 1 minute. You are smaller than large. You become large along with anything you are wearing. You lack the room to become large. You don't change. Okay. Oh, so this is kind of like the Path of the Giants for Barbarian.
Yes.
So, but see, the thing is, if you're smaller than large, so technically you could be a tiny creature and go large.
And become large.
I like this. You know I like this. I love little things becoming big.
Oh, think about somebody playing a fairy.
That's exactly what was in my head. That was exactly what's in my head.
Remember the movie Hook?
Yes.
With Robin Williams?
Mm-hmm.
And Tinkerbell finally grows to human height?
Yep, she's like, I've never granted myself a wish before.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that.
So, Doug McGoo, I don't actually know the rules too well, even though I love the game and listen to people play all the time. What are y'all's favorite classes to play? My favorite class to play. Oh, I have 2 major ones that I absolutely adore. and that's druids and clerics. And we've covered both of those with the Talking D&D and while playing Phasmo. Please go back, listen to them. They're great episodes. They're longer because, again, we're starting at 6:30, and because there's so much to go over. But yeah, me personally, I love clerics and druids. I just there's something about playing one of those that is just the whole. I guess it's the play style that the class allows you to play. But I have been recently changing my play style. I'm learning better and more how to buff and debuff. Even like right now with our new campaign that we're playing, being a necromancer wizard, I'm still in that role of giving advantage to my coworkers, I was going to call them, to my group members, and really let the martial classes do their job. You know, I don't want to step on their toes. So I took spells that that bind, that knock people down, things of that nature. What about you, Mr. Faust? What are your couple favorite classes to play?
See, it's a little different for me just because I DM. It
Right.
isn't often I get a chance to play a character, but watching you guys roleplay and play out your characters gives me an idea of what my favorites would be. For instance, the cleric class. I didn't know anything about this class before you played Lander Brightwood.
That is, he is still a hell of a character. I would love to get him down on paper sometime so you could use him as like an NPC. just somebody in the background who's more observing than kind of anything, you know?
That'd be awesome. And you should definitely do that. But when you were playing that class, that's when I started to fall in love with that class. Because you played it so well, you utilized all of its features, you really put a lot into it. And that was awesome for me.
Clerics are not the easiest class to play. They do rely a lot on the action, reaction, bonus action dynamic. And they have a lot of spells and a lot of abilities that take advantage of each one of those.
Right.
But you have to... You really have... It's so much easier to build a cleric from the ground up. When you're starting at like level 1, level 2, even like level 3. You know, if you're jumping into a campaign at like level 7 or 10 or somewhere around there, it's actually more difficult to play a cleric just because of trying to get things to mesh. But anyways, let's I don't want to get too distracted here.
Right.
So let's see here. You have advantage on strength saving checks and strength saving throws with the Giant's Might.
Not bad.
No. Once on each of your turns, one of your attacks with the weapon or an unarmed strike can deal an extra 1d6 damage of the target hit on the target as a hit. You use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all of its expended uses when you finish a long rest. Alright, so you get all of these abilities for 1 minute, and you can do it up to your proficiency modifier, and you get them back at a long rest. That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
No, it's really not.
At 7th level, you're bumping yourself up to 3 runes, so you can pick 3 active runes for a long rest. And you have Runic Shield. You learn to invoke your rune magic to protect your allies. When another creature you can see within 60 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to re-roll the d20 and use the new roll. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Boy, they really love giving this guy silvery barbs, don't they? Now, you're not giving anybody advantage, but you're still, re-roll that critical hit.
Exactly, because the odds of getting another one are ridiculous.
Alrighty, so at 10th level, you are going up to 4 runes, and you get Great Stature. The magic of your runes permanently alters you. When you gain this feature, roll 3d4. You grow a number of inches in height equal to the roll. Moreover, the extra damage you deal with your Giant's Might feature increases by 1d8. Wow. Okay.
I really, really like this because the first part of it, the first thing that you get, is 100% just cosmetic and fun.
Yes. And you
And
don't
the
see that
second
very
part
often.
is... No, you don't see it very often at all.
But you're increasing... Oh, it increases to 1d8.
Can you get more repairs?
So, yeah, you're getting a bump in damage. And you're growing 3d4 worth in inches. And I love how it's inches, too. So, like, you roll 3d4 and roll 3 ones, you've just gone 3 inches. And that's not really going to be perceptible.
No, not at all.
Even, with 3 rolls, that's 12. It's a foot. Okay, you're going to notice something. But now I'm thinking of that little fairy that now just grew. It just grew 10 inches.
Just became a halfling.
What the hell are you? Oh, I'm a fairy. What kind of fairy are you? I'm so gonna play this. I really do.
This is pretty cool so far, and those runes are legit.
I've got to play a fairy fighter. It's so ridiculous. Alright, Masters of the Runes at 15th level. Alright, so at 15th level, you are now bumping up to 5 runes. You can invoke each rune you know from your rune carver feature twice, rather than once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a short or long rest. Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That means you can use 5 abilities 2 separate times every short rest. That's essentially 10 free spells every short rest.
They're out warlocking the warlock.
They're out warlocking the warlock.
And remember, you still get Action Surge. You still get Second Wind. You still get a fighting style. You still get all the ability score increases or feats. Oh man, to deflect 10 attacks or shackle 10 creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Ay. And that's not even the end of it.
No.
We have 18th level Runic Juggernaut.
I like that.
Yeah. You learn how to amplify your rune powers, transformation. As a result, The extra damage you deal with Giant's Might feature increases to a D10. Moreover, when you use that feature, your size can increase to huge, and when you are that size, your reach increases by 5 feet.
Damn.
I'm thinking a fairy with a spear. A huge
Damn.
fairy with a 15-foot reach.
Oh my god.
You take that with the Sentinel feat, and what's the other one? Polearm Master?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep,
yeah.
that's exactly it.
Yeah. That is just absolutely incredible. All right, well, I need to take
No,
a
you
very
know what's
short...
incredible?
What's that?
That fairies have access to enlarge reduce at level 1.
Oh, I knew they had innate spellcasting. I didn't realize it was that spell. That is...
Yes.
So you're going to large once you gain this, and then you can make yourself huge. Once you go huge, what's after huge? Is that giant or no?
Gargantuan.
Gargantuan.
It's
So now
gargantuan.
you're the size of an elder dragon. All right. Well, all right. So what do you want to do next? Do you want to go over your second subclass, or do you want to go over some of the additional features that we get after 3rd level with the fighter? There's a lot of really good stuff there. I need to take a quick restroom break. So give me like 30 seconds and I'll be right back.
That's fine.
So whichever you want to do, go ahead and start.
Just bear with me. I'm going to take a short break as well.
All right. Thank you for bearing with me. I am back.
I took a short break as well.
Yeah, had a little too much tea.
So I can definitely go into the brute subclass.
I want to hear about this because I don't know anything about this subclass, and the little bit that I have heard about it, which really wasn't much, made me really interested in it. So please, yes, I've been actually waiting for this all night.
All right then. So, brutes are simple warriors who rely on mighty attacks and their own durability to overcome their enemies. Some brutes combine this physical might with tactical cunning. Others just like to hit things that they... Others just hit things until those things stop hitting back.
Okay, I like where this is going.
It's pretty good. I'm really glad I found this one. So, at 3rd level, you get an ability called Brute Force. Whenever you hit with a weapon that you're proficient with and deal damage, the weapon's damage increases by an amount based on your level in this class, as shown on the Brute bonus damage table. So at 3rd level, it's a D4 extra damage.
Okay.
At 10th level, it's a D6. At 16th, it's a D8. And at 20th level, it's a D10.
Okay. Not an incredible amount, but again, it's one of those things. Fighters get so many attacks that little things like that really add up.
Exactly. Okay, bear with me for 1 second here.
Yeah, please.
Okay, brutish durability. This is a really, really cool one. Beginning at 7th level, your toughness allows you to shrug off assaults that would devastate others. Whenever you make a saving throw, roll 1d6 and add the die to your saving throw total. If applying this bonus to a death saving throw increases the total to 20 or higher, you gain the benefits of rolling a nat 20 on the d20.
Oh wow, that's huge. That is pure whack-a-mole right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're rolling a death saving throw, and what is it you're rolling for this?
So you have an extra d6 to add to it.
Uh-huh.
So let's say you roll a 17 and you roll a 6.
Okay.
You would have a 23. Because it's higher than 20, it's an automatic success for you.
But which dice are you? I'm sorry, what size dice are you rolling for this? I guess is it the one that's based off the chart?
No, it's just a d6.
Oh, you're gaining a d6 to saving throws and
That saves.
death saves. Is it skill checks?
Not skills, just saves.
Okay, well, I mean, even still, it's an extra d6. I mean, that makes... How many times have we missed a saving throw by one or... by one or two... by 1 or 2 points. You know, that's...
That happens pretty often, actually, to you guys. I don't always announce it, but...
But no, it does happen. I mean, it's... I know it happens. We all know it happens. You know, we don't normally go up against the easiest people to hit or save against either.
No, you don't. In part due to the fact that I let you guys really optimize your characters with some homebrew rules that we have. But yeah, usually it's not little encounters. It's a big encounter.
Well, the big thing too is whatchamacallit. Why can't I think of it right now? Is action economy. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
You know, it's action economy. You kind of have to buff them up. Otherwise, we're just going to walk over top of everything.
Very true, because I learned that lesson the hard way too. Okay, so moving on to 10th level.
Yes.
10th level is really basic. You gain an additional fighting style.
Okay. Well, that could be huge, depending upon what you take. There's a lot of really good fighting styles. There really is.
'15th level. Devastating critical. When you score a critical hit with a weapon attack, you gain a bonus to that weapon's damage roll equal to your level.
To the level.
Mm-hmm.
And at what level do you get this at?
15th.
Okay.
By the time you have 3 attacks, you can do this.
And you're not limited by your proficiency modifier. You're not... Wow.
Nope, just whenever you score a critical hit.
That's even better than the barbarian, because all they get is another roll of their damage die.
Mm-hmm.
That is... that's actually wow. That is actually wow. It really is.
That's what I thought too. That's a lot of extra damage.
That is a lot of damage that can be dealt very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you have somebody in the party who's giving advantage on things, and wow. That can be devastating. And that's a 15, that's a 15th level ability. All right, that's reasonable.
And at level 18, we have an ability called Survivor. You attain the pinnacle of resilience in battle. At the start of each of your turns in combat, you regain hit points equal to 5 plus your Constitution modifier. You don't gain this benefit if you are at 0 hit points or if you have more than half your health points left.
Okay. Resilience in combat, you get your hit points back.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're under half, right?
As long as you're under half. Right.
And how many you're getting back?
5 plus your con modifier.
All right. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all.
Nope.
I like that brutal damage. That is... wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good abilities in here.
Definitely. The bird is definitely holding up to its name.
Oh yeah, if nothing else.
Alrighty. Anything else for the brute?
Unfortunately, that was it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, good subclass. I could definitely see playing that would be fun.
Yeah, so can I. I mean, if all you want is raw damage, it's definitely a good route to go.
Yes, definitely. Alrighty. Almost ready to do my second subclass, unless there's anything else with the brute, but I think you said that was pretty much everything.
Yep, pretty much everything.
Alrighty. Well, that was good timing. I just finished my hunt.
Oh, nice.
We had a Yuri. Should have known by the way it was touching doors. Alright, so for my second subclass, I kind of wanted to go something out of just the player's handbook. And I was kind of torn between two of them, honestly, Champion or Battle Master. Because I think both of them are very strong on their own.
Agreed.
But in the sake of time, I think what I'm going to do is just go over Champion, because it's going to be a lot easier. And there's not as much to go over as there is with the Battle Master. But please don't think that, anything less of the Battle Master. There are reasons why there are certain feats that give you the Battle Master abilities. So, Fighter Champion. Okay, so at 3rd level, when you choose this archetype, your weapon attacks score a critical hit on a 19 or a 20. So you've just increased the odds of you getting a critical hit, which has come in handy quite a bit for Little Pooper with his character. Remarkable Athlete at 7th level. You can add half your proficiency bonus rounded up, which is unusual as well. Usually they round everything down, to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check you make that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus. In addition, when you make a running long jump, the distance you can cover increases by a number of feet equal to your strength modifier.
Not bad.
If you're trying to grapple somebody, if you're trying to break a grapple, climbing that wall, climbing that rope, jumping over a pit, and this guy's doing this all in heavy armor too. Which, additional fighting styles at 10th level. You can choose a second form of fighting style, and we'll go over those in a second. Superior critical. So at 15th level, your weapon attacks score a critical hit on 18 through 20. That is huge.
That's powerful.
That is huge. I know you don't want to. Oh, wait, you can't do that.
What?
You know what? You kind of could. Let's go over the level 18 ability here. Survivor. At 18th level, you attain the pinnacle of resilience in battle. At the start of each of your turns, you regain hit points equal to 5 plus your con modifier. If you have more than half your hit points left. If you have no more than half your hit points left, you don't gain this benefit if you have 0 hit points.
Oh, that's the same as the Brute's 18th level ability.
But the Brutes didn't say you don't benefit if you don't go to 0.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, see, this, if you go to 0, you don't gain this benefit. What I was thinking is, if once you do get like a 20th level character, and we start going above that 20th level, there's that one boon that allows you to take a second subclass in your class. Could you imagine the Rune Fighter with a champion? Or even the Brute with the extra damage? You're critting at 18, 19, and 20. You're doing an additional 20 points of damage with a critical hit. Yeah, I could definitely see. But no, the champion's nice. It's a good class. This is a good one for beginners. You can see it's very simple. It's very easily laid out. You're just you're critting on 19 or 20. You're getting that extra proficiency bonus to strength, dex, and constitution checks. And you can do some other fun stuff like jumping really far. You get the additional fighter style, which there are a ton of. Just kind of looking at the wiki.
All good.
Let's see here. What do we want to do? Wow, this is the first time we've actually finished before 8:30.
Yeah, it's weird.
But there is a lot to still go over with the fighter. We didn't go over proficiencies. So this is the only class that I know of that you get proficiency with all armor. It doesn't matter if it's light, medium, or heavy armor. They get proficiency with it. They also get proficiency with shields, which is really nice. Simple weapons, martial weapons. So they're able to use pretty much anything out there. They don't get any proficiencies with tools. But they're not going to be your crafters. We did talk about the saving throws, strength and constitution. We did talk about skills. See, you get that ability. So then you wouldn't have to take acrobatics. You wouldn't need to take athletics for a skill because that ability would make up for it. So you could use your skills towards like perception and insight, or insight and intimidation, which those two skills really go well together.
They really do.
Equipment, your starting equipment, you get chainmail or leather armor, longbow and 20 arrows, martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons, a light crossbow and 20 bolts, or 2 hand axes, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack. So not a bad starting loadout. Chainmail, you're getting that high AC. Now you're not able to add your dexterity modifier to it. And I don't want to say dexterity is going to be a dump stat. Dexterity is too important for saves. It's too important for initiative. The fighter's kind of the guy you want up front in the face of the bad guy doing his or her thing, doing their thing. So you kind of want that higher dexterity score, but it's not really going to affect your armor class because you're generally going to be wearing the heavier armors, chainmail, full plate, things of that nature. And eventually you're going to upgrade to magical stuff, +1, +2, +3. I was going to say netherite, but that's not right. I've been watching too many Minecraft videos. Animantine armor to negate those criticals. What's the other one there? The armor that is lighter, so you're not at a disadvantage for. I guess it doesn't really matter. But a lot of talking with the subclasses with fighting style. And there's a lot here to pick from.
There really are.
Archery, you gain a +2 bonus attack roll with a ranged weapon. I talked about defensive already. While you're wearing armor, you gain a +1 bonus to AC. Dueling, when you're wielding a weapon in one hand and no weapon in other, you gain a +2 bonus damage with weapons. Anytime you can add extra damage is great because you get what 5 attacks per round at like level 18, 19, something like that. So you have the ability to make 10 extra points of damage with just that ability alone.
Yep.
Again, it's not a lot. However, there's a lot of times where, and that happens to me all the time, I'll throw everything into a guiding bolt or everything I have into like a specific spell. And it's like, I did 78 points of damage. Well, great. They only had like 4 left. I'm using a 6th level spell slot of this 1st level spell. Always happens.
Oh man.
The one I kind of like is at Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. You have blind fighting. You have blind sight with a range of 10 feet. Within that range, you effectively see anything that isn't behind total cover, even if you're blinded or in darkness. Moreover, you can see invisible creatures within that range unless the creature successfully hides from you.
That's a fighting style?
It's at Tasha's.
That's better than a feat.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's only within 10 feet of you. But even still, I mean, you only have a 5-foot range anyways. But that's, you know, even still, like, yeah. Something tries to come up behind you and pickpocket you or something like that. You have a very good chance of seeing them. Great weapon fighting is another one that's really great. When you roll a 1 or a 2 on a damage die for an attack you make with a melee weapon that you are wielding with 2 hands, so that's going to be your great axe, your great sword, even a warhammer. You know, they're going to be most of your, well, pretty much any weapon that's going to be what's the word I'm looking for? Where you can wield them single or dual-handed. But
I'm not sure.
There's a lot of weapons out there that you can wield, like if you like a warhammer. You wield it with 1 hand, it's a D8. If you wield it with 2 hands, it's a D10.
Oh, versatile.
Versatile, thank you. So this is going to be great for people who like to fight with versatile weapons. You can re-roll the dice and must use the new roll. Even if the new roll is a 1 or a 2, the weapon must have the 2-handed or versatile. There it is. It's versatile property, or you don't gain this benefit. So yeah, if you're using that warhammer in 2 hands, the great axe, great sword, things of that nature, you're going to be able to increase your damage by re-rolling that damage die if you roll a 1 or a 2. Now, hopefully you don't roll a 1 or a 2, or hopefully you didn't roll a 2 and then roll a 1. But the dice lay as they lay. Interception. This is at Tasha's as well. When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage to the target by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus to a minimum of 0 damage. You must be wielding a shield or a simple or martial weapon to use this reaction. I like that. It's kind of like Sentinel.
It's a lot like Sentinel.
Protection. This is out of the player's handbook. When a creature you see attacks a target other than you that's within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, and you must be wielding a shield. This is nice.
Yeah, this one's solid.
I was trying to talk Little Pooper into doing like a tag team fighters. Like, I would have protection, he would have like interception or, you know, something that, you know, we basically play off of each other. You'd hit him, I get some type of attack or can block the damage. You attack me, he gets the same thing. So no matter who you attack, you're gonna, you know, that person trying to attack us is going to be taking damage or wishing they haven't done so. I think that would be really fun to play. Didn't kind of do that because you said I could play a necromancer, so.
Yeah, I was a little reluctant about that one at first, but I thought it'd be fun.
I like it. I mean, I'm not playing it to like get this huge army of undead. You know, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really neat because, like, when you're casting a spell such as Create Undead, there's a casting time with it. You know, it's not a spell that it takes you 6 seconds to cast and all of a sudden you have 3 corpses. Great Undead E5, 5e. So, yeah, it's a 1 minute casting time. So what my thought on that spell, especially with my character, would be he'd be piecing the bodies back together, you know, sewing together like wounds that were open or reattaching flesh to bone or putting joints back together, and then like using like probes that he would take out of his chest, using like electricity to shock these corpses back to unlife, as it were. But he's more or less doing this again, trying to make himself a body that he can transfer his consciousness back over into, because he wants to be human again. You know, he doesn't want to be a warforged, even though that's the way he was created by the person who created him, which happens to be himself. But again, the reason why that happened, or he doesn't know that's what actually happened. He just woke up on a workbench somewhere and went, "Oh shit, I better get out of here," and then grabbed a piece of the machine that made him and took off with it. But yeah, he's, you know, that's kind of how I see his necromancy is. It's not this evil wizard that just kind of wants to rule over everyone and everything. You know, he just wants a body back. You know, he wants the life he had back, even though he doesn't really remember it, or you know, that type of stuff. But no, I'm really having, even though we only played 1 session, I'm really having fun with that campaign. So we do have, all right. So I'm not going to go over every single one of these. You know, thrown weapon fighting, 2-weapon fighting, unarmed fighting, close quarter shooter, mariner, tunnel fighter. There's so many different things here as far as fighting styles. Second Wind is another one that fighters get that just keeps them on their feet. You have a limited well of stamina you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. So I like that it's a bonus action. You know, you can get in there, make your attacks as your action, and then give yourself a little bit of hit points to keep up on your feet. So we already talked about Action Surge. So ability score improvements. This is where the fighter really shines. Normally, with pretty much all your other classes, you only get an ability score improvement at 4th level, 8th level, 12th level, 16th, and I want to say maybe 18th or 19th. I forget exactly. But they get one at 4th, 6th, 8th, 12th, 14th, 16th, and 19th. And that's huge. You know, you're buffing, by that point, your strength is maxed out. Your constitution should be maxed out. And if you wanted to max out your dexterity score, that's completely up to you. But it gives you room to take feats. Because when you have an ability score improvement, you get to choose one of 3 things. You can buff one of your stats, so your intelligence, your dexterity, your constitution, wisdom, intelligence, charisma, that type of stuff by 2 points, or 2 stats by 1 point, or you can take a feat. And again, we're going to go over feats once we're done talking about all the different classes. And we got a bunch of different classes to go over yet. So being able to use, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, having 7 ability score improvements really allows you to max out your critical stats, your strength, your dexterity, your constitution, and then still take a couple of really good feats depending upon what your fighting style is, what your play style, and what type of campaign you're playing.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
And yeah, you're making 2 attacks at 5th level, 3 attacks at 11th level, and 4 attacks at 20th level. Now again, don't forget that action surge. So you could theoretically have 4, 6, or 8 attacks in one action. Well, I guess basically 2 actions. But you can do that in one round, which is amazing. And one of their last abilities comes at them at level 9, and this is Indomitable. Beginning at level 9.
That's a good one.
Yes. Again, this is a very strong class. And well, anyways, let me go over Indomitable real quick. Beginning at 9th level, you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. If you do so, you must use the new roll and can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. You can use this feature twice between long rests starting at 13th level and 3 times before a long rest at 17th level. So that's pretty good. Being able to re-roll a save, I mean, even if you roll a little bit lower, you know, you're still taking that option. You're still taking that chance. You know, either way, you're adding more excitement to the game, in my personal opinion, because you never know how those dice are going to lay.
Ooh.
And there are some days they are with you. There are some days they are against you. And, you know, if you have the right DM and you have the right group, even when the dice are against you, you're still having a good time. And with the fighters, all of its abilities, you know, they're all about staying on their feet, making their attacks, and dealing that damage. You know, that's one of the things I love about this class. They're easy to play. I mean, sure, you can get into some of the more, you know, like, you know, the rune fighter or the rune knight. Maybe not something to do with a person who's just starting out in 5e.
No, probably not.
Oh, CB, you you missed quite a bit there, buddy. You know, but a champion, Um, a champion would be perfect for somebody who's starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Psy Warrior, I don't think would be all that bad for somebody who's just starting out. What do you think?
No, I think that'd be perfectly reasonable. I also think the Brute could be a good choice.
Okay. Yeah, because there's not a lot to really kind of keep track of. I mean, yeah, there's some abilities you need to remember, but honestly, as long as you write stuff down,
That's it.
write the stuff down, you spell it out in plain English, and you have somebody there at the table that's kind of guiding them and helping them with their abilities, their roles, things of that nature. And we're talking about a green person. Like, this is like their first or second night of, maybe first or second session of playing D&D. You don't want to throw them into a sorcerer or a wizard or a cleric or something like that. And, that's a very quick way of overwhelming somebody and I think ruining the experience. But giving them a fighter with a good weapon and a decent armor class and just letting them beat on things is a great way to
Cathartic.
Exactly. It's a great way to throw somebody into this game, get them hooked, and then, depending upon their comfort level, you can start growing into other classes, like the monk, which I think is what we're going to be talking about next week, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right. I think it's the monk.
Just getting my PHB out here real quick. Gotta learn my lesson about that. I gotta...
No, you were right.
Yeah.
The monk is a very cool class.
Oh no, it's paladin. Oh no, you're right. It is monk. My bad. I scrolled too far. There are a ton of really good subclasses with the monk, and we've had a few people that played monks and did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to spoil anything. There are just some really great subclasses. So fighters, in your opinion, Mr. Faust, we got to give them a rank 1 through 10. What are we thinking here?
Ooh, for accessibility, ease of play, and damage output, I'd give them an 8.5.
Okay. Alrighty. I mean, damage output. I gotta bump them up a little bit. I gotta put them in a 9.
Okay.
Just because they do get so many attacks. And they have those proficiencies with the bigger weapons. Like, you can use a great axe with a fighter. You know what I mean?
Bro.
So they can output.
Yeah.
And I guess it also depends on what your subclass is, too. I mean, we looked at some that, honestly, they're putting out as much damage as a barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Ease of use, I mean, obviously these guys are a solid 8, 9. You have some, like Eldritch Knight, that can be a little difficult. Battle Master gives you some stuff to keep track of, so that kind of bumps them down a few levels for me. I'd say maybe a 7 as far as ease of play. But again, it depends on what your archetype is, or your subclass. Overall, I got to give them a solid 8.
Okay.
I mean, they got the hit points. There's plenty of opportunity for role play with these guys too.
Oh, absolutely there is.
Oh. You know, and it's a class. It's very front loaded. You know, you're getting that archetype or the subclass at that third level. You know, it's not uncommon to combine these guys with barbarian. And I know that's
No, not at all.
That's what Little Pooper loves to do. He'll take a barbarian till level 8 or level 10, and he'll throw 3 levels of fighter in there to get him action surge. And what did he take last time? He took champion to get that 1920 critical, and he was playing Path of the Giant. So he did so much damage. It was incredible. But yeah, no, this is a class that really mixes well with a lot of different stuff. You know, even if you only take 2 levels of it and you get just the action surge, everybody can benefit from that. A wizard, a cleric, a warlock. I didn't even think about warlock. Holy smokes.
Eldritch Blast.
I mean, you're shooting 6 bolts in 1 round. You know, you are hitting them with, what is that? Repelling blast. You're knocking them back 10 feet per hit. You just knocked them back 60 feet. They got to dash to get to you. And that's their full action. So by the time they're back up in front of you, guess what? Here we go again. Well, I guess you can only really do it once per rest, because it's not until what was that again? Weapon style, second wind, action surge. Oh, 17th level, you can use it twice. But yeah, no, very good class. Definitely check it out if you're beginning. Fantastic. So it is 8:24. Wow, we have blown through this really quick.
Yeah, we have.
Anything else on the fighter you kind of wanted to go over or talk about?
No, I think we nailed most of it.
Yeah, I mean,
it is.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I was just going to say it's actually time for me to be off.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining us, Mr. Faust. I had a lot of fun. Looks like Chat had a lot of fun here too.
Awesome.
You know, if you guys think of any D&D questions you have, put them down in the comments. We'll address them at the next live stream, which will be Thursday. Or yeah, not Thursday. I'm sorry, every Tuesday. And yeah, next week is going to be monks. That's definitely going to be interesting. There's a lot of subclasses I really want to look into. I kind of want to learn about myself. And yeah, they've been a very good class. So once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I guess we'll see you next week.
Sounds good to me. Have a good night, Blast.
All right, you too. All right, well, that was Mr. Faust talking about fighters. That's an awesome class. Absolutely love them. A lot you can do with them. They have some great utility. They're perfect for people who are just starting out. And they have some options there if you want to branch out into some spell casting and do things of that nature. So we're going to keep going here just a little bit. We just played through Tanglewood, Edgefield, and Ridgeview. We've been doing pretty good. We haven't died yet tonight. Actually, well, technically, I guess we did die, but we had a revive card, so that was kind of on purpose. So let me head over to Willow Street and see what kind of trouble we can get into over here.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. We've had no
But yeah, we
reports of
talked about
violence,
some
but
great
keep an eye out.
subclasses. What am I doing? I'm still not thinking straight here. All right. Get our normal starting equipment here. All right, so parabolic below 25 and crucifix. That's the one thing we missed over on Ridgeview. I'm kind of mad at myself for doing that. But that ghost was not standing still. It was the twins, so it's really hard to narrow them down. All right, so no music box, no tarot cards. What's going on with my internet tonight? Okay. So there we go. No bone, no mirror, no Ouija. But yeah, definitely let us know down in the comments. You can comment on this video or any of my videos, any particular subclass you want us to kind of go over, anything you like about the fighters or any of the other classes we've covered so far, any questions you have about Dungeons and Dragons. You know, like I said, we are more than happy to address them Tuesdays nights during the live stream. If you missed anything, everything is being recorded. You know, it's in the Phasmo and Talking D&D playlists on the channel. Last couple of times Ghost has been in this room. I'm kind of hoping that it isn't, but what is with this room lately? Or is it in the hallway? Nope. It's in here. Okay, well, let's go grab some evidence. Wait, what do we have? There's no summoning circle. There's no... Oh, monkey paw. I forgot to look for monkey paw. Well, monkey paw's not bad. But we do have beautiful weather. I like the sunrise weather. I really do. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite weather in Phasmo is. I like the snow too. The snow has always reminded me of Christmas. Okay, I'm not even sure if we're really here. Yeah, I think we are. This is definitely warmed up by now, right? Yeah. Are you a shade? Huh? Are you a stinky shade? Now let's take a look for ghost orbs while we're down here. Not seeing orbs. I'm gonna grab the camera and the EMF meter just in case. You never quite know. Well, I guess that's the ghost way of saying he is here. And he doesn't like the book. With an EMF 5. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to lay it back out there again. You're more than welcome to throw it. Or if you want to give us dots, that'd be awesome. Alright, let's go grab ultraviolet. Doesn't look like we have ghost orbs. So I think I'm going to cross those out. Alright. Goryo is an option. So let's see. But trying to get dots out of a Goryo sometimes is near impossible. Wait a second. Was that ghost orbs? Yeah, that's ghost orbs. Or Baki or Raiju. Oh, okay. So that's going to be not freezing. It's going to be ultraviolet or dots. Okay. Let's, yeah. All right, so we need parabolic, crucifix, and below 25. I think, well, we have monkey paw. A little difficult to do, but I think we can do it. Much rather have the mirror or even the summoning circle, honestly. What is going on here? Oh, okay. Looked like my stream was paused for a while there. That's kind of weird. Alright, so we don't have... We're not going to get freezing. We don't have ultraviolet. Alright, it means it's a Raiju. Or it could be an Obaki hiding. I don't know. I'd feel better if it touched a door. Or gave us dots. You know, you could do that. You don't have to be shy. We're not going to hurt you. Come on. Oh, right there, dots. I just saw it. Alright, it's a Raiju. Alright, let's see if we can see a little better now with the lights off. Get a ghost photo. Come on, give us dots. I just saw them earlier. I know you could do it. Come on. Come on, I want a ghost photo. Did I get it? Yes! Alright, now I just need to throw 2 more things, and we are going to be gold. Put that crucifix right there. Oh wait, we need a shot of the monkey paw. So we need only one more thing. Can you throw one more thing? Can you throw the book again? That would be great. I think we turn you off because you're annoying. I'm glad they turned the volume down on those, but they're still annoying. Come on. Come on. I know you're here. Ooh. Yeah, gotta turn those electronics off. Alright. Oh, we need a parabolic too. Come on, one more thing. You can throw things. I know you can. I've seen you do it. Yes, I have. Can you do something? Can you give us a sign? Can you throw the book? Can you do something? Can you give us a sign? Can you throw the pliers again? How about the hammer? Can you throw the hammer? How about a paint can? Everybody likes the paint cans. They're so much fun to throw, aren't they? Look at me. Can you do the same thing I'm doing? Hmm? Can you throw the paint cans? Hey, jerkface, can you throw the can? Being mean to the ghost. Alrighty. Well, looks like he doesn't want to do much for us. So let's go grab that parabolic. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we didn't have a mimic on our hands. Because this thing's really acting like a shade. Alright, parabolic. We'll grab some salt. I know, I know. Well, you know what? No. We'll grab a candle and a lighter. And we'll come back out. We'll throw that on the actually no, we'll use the lighter to light the candle. We'll get a picture of the candle. But I'm looking forward to our Thursday night stream. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. Sorry I wasn't able to stream on Saturday. I was on call and spent most of the day working. But such is life. If we get some more subscribers, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we don't want that. We want... Seriously, dude. Get to 1,000 subscribers and start making some ad money. Whoa, we turned the lights off. Yeah, I should have known he didn't turn the breaker off because the lights up here are on. Derp. Come on. Whisper sweet nothings into my megaphone. Come on. Whisper me sweet nothings. We don't need a lot, just a little bit. I know you can do it. Still need to take a picture of the monkey paw. And that'll be our last photo. He just does not want to give up. Oh, did that count? Yes, it did. Okay. So that's off, that's off, that's off. We'll turn that off. Oh, camera. Gotta take the camera with us. We know it's a Raiju. This goes outside. Yep, we don't need him getting any quick ideas. And let's grab some smudge. Should have left the camera and the lighter inside the house, but no worries. Not in any kind of rush. Okay, that should be our last photo. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's grab the monkey paw. Oh, let's see here. What weather do we want? Ooh. You know what? I'm going to go grab some more smudge sticks. I'm going to check my sanity. We're going to wish for sanity, and then we're going to change the weather. And that should get us to that 25 mark, I think. Right? Yeah. And then hopefully, if we've been a good little boy, what was our sanity at? 78. Alright, so we wish for sanity, that'll get us to 50. And then we wish for snow. Keep it nice and quiet and pretty. I wish for sanity. I wish for snow. Okay. Ooh, look, it's snowing. I like the monkey paw. Alright, let's double check our sanity. 27. Okay. So we are below 25. We just need to prevent with a crucifix. We have more crucifixes. Yeah. We have more smudge sticks inside. I'm going to throw another crucifix down there. Right there. Okay. Where the hell did you come from? What are you doing up here? Cheating? Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. Great video. Last time we played this map, we had a mimic that wouldn't give us ghost orbs. Well, what in the heck? What are you doing up here? You don't belong up here. Go back down in your hole. I didn't want to waste a smudge stick on that. Come on. Stay downstairs so we can get the crucifix. Where are you was starting at. Still kind of see him. It's Grandpa. Wait, why are you... I think he's up here. I'm not sure, but I think... Yeah, he's playing with that door. Did he roam to the bathroom? Come on. Come on, I want the crucifix. Let's go. We know you're a Raiju. There we go. Ay, 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 ay. Took him long enough. Okay. So we know it's a Raiju. We got all objectives. We got the bone. We got perfect photos. We are good. Let's do this. We are really knocking him out. It's professional. We're knocking him out tonight.
Welcome back. There's some
There
jobs
we
ready for you.
go. Alright, we're not going to level up with that, but hey, even still. Alrighty. Oh, hey, Tiger, what's going on? Nah, it's fine, man. I'm just doing some hunts. We wrapped up the live stream with Mr. Faust at about what was it? About 8:25. Yeah, fighters are great. Like, we absolutely love them. And next week we're going to be talking about monks. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know a lot about monks. So I'm very anxious to learn and study a little bit about them and get ready for next week.
Set up before investigating. Got the intel.
But we
Looks like
definitely
this
went
is
over
going to be
some
a tough one.
really
Time
great
reports
classes for the
violence,
fighter.
and it looks like they left in a hurry.
So EMF reader, capture photo, and chasing someone. So I know you said you got done with a long week at work. Or a long day at work. Oh, we got tarot cards. So I can't be mad at you for missing a little bit of the stream. Okay. Just kind of keep an eye out for the bone. Unfortunately, it's foggy, so I'm going to do what I can to help you guys see, but I've already got my brightness maxed out. Honestly, that didn't really help very much, did it? I can't even see. I think we might have to play this one in the dark. Yes, truly burn the retinas. Ah! Alright, what do we have for cursed object? Oh. From somebody who has made their fair share of candy. I understand the pain. I make a really mean peanut brittle. Actually, I prefer my almond brittle. I kind of a little over caramelize the sugar just a little bit, make it a little bit darker, and I put almonds in it, and it's really good. Well, I don't see the bone anywhere. Kind of wish I had the tier 3 headset. You know, that would be really nice right about now. I think a tier 3 headset would be perfect on foggy maps. I'm actually kind of half tempted to leave and see if we can reload with a different weather. Wait, didn't we look in this tent? Did I close the tent cover, or did we not just look in here? Do we have the mirror? No. Oh, right there. Look at that. See? With the lights on, we couldn't even see the bone. Alrighty, well, I think we finally found a campsite that's not haunted. Am I right? Oh no, we're in a picnic area. Oh, we just had a... Yes, we had our first interaction. Okay. Are we here or are we in this tent? Where are you? Can't... Is this a Yuri? You're in this tent. Okay. What the heck was that? Alright, let's go grab some evidence stuff. Oh, ghost event. Where are you? I can't even see you. Come on. Oh, we got ghost orbs. Alright, how are we doing? Not freezing. I want to grab ultraviolet. Alright, so evidence, ghost orbs. I think we need to take a sanity pill just for right now. Ultraviolet, spirit box. And let's grab, well, it's been playing with the thing a while, so let's not worry. What do we need? Photo of the ghost and chasing. Okay. Let's grab crucifix. Oh my. Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you here? Oh, we got UV. Banshee, Hantu, or Obaki? Let's see here. So freezing would be Hantu. Ghost writing, nope. Spirit box, nope. Dots would be Banshee, and EMF 5 would be Obaki. So we could turn that off. Keep an eye on that. No, I don't want your shoe. I don't want your stinky shoe. Alright, freezing. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. Alright, we need one of the ghosts. Wish we had summoning circle. Oh, we got tarot cards. That's what we got. That's one thing we can definitely do. We can play with the tarot cards. That sounds like a lot of fun. Grab some smudge, grab a lighter. How's our sanity looking? Hopefully get lucky and get a photo. Well, somebody doesn't like us playing. Interaction card doesn't work. Get back in your tent. Ah, we had that one before earlier tonight. It was fun. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we lost some sanity. Come on, I want a double card. Okay. Well, that really didn't do much of anything for us. In fact, if anything, I think that was detrimental. Well, it gave us a little bit. All right, let's take a look at this. So, Hantu, Obaki, or Banshee. So, Dots is going to be Banshee. Hopefully it's Dots so we can get a photo. That would be great. Hantu is going to be difficult because that's going to be pretty quick because it's cold. Oh, we are no longer... We are out here now. I think we're still looking for EMF 5, right? Wow, look at that. Look at that coverage. All right, let's head down to the... Oh! Dang it, I could have got my ghost photo. Come on. Thank you. Why did I flip off the camera? I don't know. Don't yell at me. So there's our ghost orbs. Not really sure what this thing is. Well, Hantu's going to be fast. Like really fast. I'm kind of thinking it's not a banshee. Obaki. Yeah. That's the one that likes to... We're going to get over here. We're going to get over here. Oh, look at the fireflies. Okay. Oh, it's a Hantu. Yeah, look at the breath. Damn. Oh, you jerk. Oh, you jerk. Where are you? Yes, we got the photo at least.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
All right, 252. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I have to end it there. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the stream, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. Comment down below. Like I said, any D&D questions you have, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to address them Tuesday nights. Our next live stream is going to be Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Our normal time. We'll just be playing some Phasmo, let our fans join in, and just have an all-around good time. Thank you guys so much for watching. As of course, you know, we're trying to get this channel to grow, so if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please go ahead and do so now. And if you already have, thank you guys so much. You are awesome. But I need you to do 3 little things for me, and I think you know what that is. I need you to tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and shout it from the rooftops. Like, comment, and subscribe to Blast338. And you have a great time. And we're going to see you at the next live stream. Like I said, it's Thursday. I'll have a video out Wednesday morning. And I'm looking forward to Thursday morning's video. That's going to be the weekly challenge. And yeah, we're going to get some stuff done. All right, we'll see you then. Peace.